right now on SAU Weekly, The Young Vote.
They need to be familiar with the political process.
How first-time voters left an impact on last week's election. And being the difference. SAU students take to the streets to give back to their community. And in sports, conference champs. Women's soccer earns back-to-back conference titles and punch another ticket to nationals. We bring you the highlights. Plus, Ray's return.
All the challenges I've been through here over the last 9 months, it's the one thing that got me going.
Now sitting at 5-0, we talk with head basketball coach Ray Shovlain and his Fighting Bees on their early season success. Your latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University starts right now.
Welcome to this edition of SAU Weekly, your source for the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University. I'm Dominic Neely.
And I'm Katie Walsh.
As the end of the semester draws near, SAU has announced several leadership changes among the university's colleges. Dr. Lynn Kilberg, Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, is stepping down after more than 2 decades of leadership. Dr. Kilberg, a graduate of SAU, served as a faculty member in the Occupational Therapy program, as the director of the OT department, as the associate dean of the college, and finally as the dean of the college. Dr. Kilberg has accepted a new role as dean of the OT program at the University of St. Augustine. Dr. Katie Browning, the associate dean of the College of Health and Human Services, will assume the role of interim dean of the college. And after a year of serving in an interim role, Dr. Brittany Tullis will continue to serve as the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Tullis joined St. Ambrose in 2013, serving for several years as Chair of Spanish and Latinx Students and Interim Director of Women and Gender Studies before assuming the role of Associate Dean of the college.
It has been 1 week since the 2024 presidential election, and new polling results show that young, first-time voters made quite an impact. From 2020 to 2024, first-time voters swayed the outcome of the election, according to NBC News exit polls. First-time voters supported Trump 56 to 43% for Harris. It was the opposite in the 2020 election, with 32% supporting Trump and 64% for Biden. Political science professor Duck Kim encourages young students to vote and familiarize themselves with current and future politicians.
It is one of the first opportunities to get involved in political process, and it is their opportunity, maybe one of the few first opportunities to express their viewpoints as well as exercise their rights. So they need to be familiar with the political process and how they can ensure their rights and responsibilities.
President Trump will officially take office on January 20th, 2025.
This year's Be the Difference Day was a special one thanks to special guests from Mount Mercy. The students from Cedar Rapids made the trip Sunday morning to take part in the long-standing tradition of giving back to the community. With rakes and brown paper bags in hand, students from both universities took to the streets to rake the leaves in local yards. The group from Mount Mercy spent the day with our Student Government Association over in Bettendorf.
It was one of those kind of last minute, like, let's see if they want to come and do this. And they had already been talking about going and meeting together and doing some joint things and having dinner together. And so Jack Day just reached out and said, hey, you guys want to just come and do this? And they were like, yeah, we'll do it. And so it was kind of fun. It was fun for us to see, the show off a little bit, or like what Ambrose does, and then for them to hopefully get some ideas of something they can do back there in Cedar Rapids.
That's a really special opportunity for them to be able to come over and help and work alongside us. It shows that we're 2 unique campuses, 2 unique schools, and yet we're coming together, and that we have similar mission and vision and values as well, that we're both committed to service, want to give up time on a Sunday to go help the community. That's a great opportunity for them.
Be the Difference Day kicks off an entire month of prayer and service at SAU. Keep an eye on your email for daily reflections and more volunteer opportunities. Coming up next in sports, our women's soccer team looks to claim back-to-back conference titles.
Join SAU Weekly's Emmett O'Brien as he takes you inside SAU athletics. Stay tuned.
Visit Ragged Records, one of the largest record stores in the Midwest. Browse more than 30,000 new and used records, from timeless classics to new releases, and rare finds in every aisle. New to collecting vinyl? Check out our large selection of stereo equipment to spruce up your listening experience. Find your groove at Ragged Records, located along Motor Row in Davenport and in Rock Island next to Roz Talks.
Whether you're a competitive runner, looking to stay fit, or just looking for comfort and support, Running Wild has you covered. Locally owned for more than 3 decades, Running Wild is the Quad City's trusted source for athletic wear and accessories. No matter your experience level, we'll help you find the right fit with all the top brands for running and walking and the latest in running apparel. Open 7 days a week, just up Brady Street. Don't walk, run to Running Wild, your run specialty store.
Capture a piece of the past with Trash Can Annie, where vintage meets vibrant in every stitch. Browse our carefully curated collection of clothing and accessories ranging from the late 1800s to current styles. Dress to impress with Laura's unique style and wardrobe consultations. Find a style and make it yours with Trash Can Annie, your destination for timeless fashion.
Tune in to KALA and hear something different. Programming that celebrates the diversity of our listeners. We're advocates for the arts, showcasing your favorite music from around the world. We're storytellers, producing award-winning news and educational podcasts. We're dedicated sports fans, bringing you the latest Fighting Bee action from St. Ambrose University. We're a learning lab, mentoring the next generation of broadcasters and content creators. A part of your community for 5 decades. We're KALA Radio, 88.5 FM and 106.1 FM. Turn it on and turn it up.
The women's soccer team is on a 10-game winning streak, heading into the CCAC championship game. Now they're looking to punch their ticket to the national tournament. Fighting Bees are hosting their rival Olivet Nazarene, looking to get revenge after losing to them in the regular season. Down 1-0 in the first half, Caitlin Brunson with a long shot, but Olivet's goalkeeper Megan Randall is there for the save. Still down 1-0 in the second half, on the breakaway, Kendall Wen shoots and scores. That ties the game at 1. About 20 minutes later, good ball movement from the Bees, Mia Hefner, who finds Wen again for the deciding goal and the huge victory.
The Fighting Bees win the CCAC tournament by a score of 2-1.
When we play with the abilities we've got and we focus on, playing the game the right way, then that's what you see. You see a dominant performance in the second half, and I thought there was only one team that was going to win it in the end. So, when we played to our abilities, then we're going to be a very tough matchup for everybody. We're extremely confident in that. And I think at this time of the year, you need game changers. And, we've got, some seniors that should really change a game. So I'm excited to see what they can do next week.
We really wanted to win. This was going to be a big game. It's our last home game for the seniors, and we knew that we really wanted to get the dub and win the championship. So it was really a mind switch, knowing that we were down 1-0, and we knew that we had to put some in the back of the net. So we did that.
The leadership on this team is incredible, and honestly, we knew we had a good team at the beginning of the year, and we really tested them. We played some top opposition.
At first, it was a little frantic, and we just needed to take a breath, and once we did, we started to score more, and it was so much easier to play.
The Bees will continue their season at the opening round of the National Championship. Pairings will be announced tomorrow at 1 p.m. The postseason excitement also carried over to Lee Lohman Arena. The Fighting Bees women's volleyball team was a home for a CCAC quarterfinal matchup. St. Ambrose hosting St. Francis. In the first set, this block from Alexa Orozco puts the Bees up 14-11. Skip to the third set. Another block, this time it's Kennedy Hungate. Bees up by 5. Later in the third, the spike from Grace Beitzel will seal the win. Bees up 2-1. In the final set, Trinice Bonner with the tip to grab an early lead. That would help the Bees to win 3-2. Unfortunately, their tournament run was short-lived. Ambrose went on the road and lost to Vertiball in the tournament semifinals. The men's basketball team is off to a great start and is looking to keep the momentum rolling as they open their home schedule. SAU hosting Mount Mercy looking to remain undefeated. Early in the first half, Will Springs would find Guillermo Narbona low for a hard-fought basket, 2 of his game-high 22 points. Later in the first half, great ball movement from Bees, and it's Grant Mason who lays in it. Early in the second half, Narbona would work his defender and get the floater to fall, putting the Bees up 44-38. More from Ambrose. Adam Agot slashes through the lane to score. Fighting Bees outscore Mount Mercy 49-35 in the second half to win 78-63. Now sitting at 5-0 on the season, it's a strong showing for the men's basketball team, but also a welcome back for head coach Ray Shovlain. After missing most of last season due to an illness, Coach Ray and his Fighting Bees are back and better than ever. Jacob Moisa has more with the Bees.
Entering his 42nd year, head coach Ray Shovlain is no stranger to basketball. After missing most of last season battling health issues, he is motivated to make his return to the bench.
All the challenges I've been through here over the last 9 months is the one thing that got me going.
Coach Shovlain excited to be back coaching this group he believes is special.
Every day to come back and coach this group of young men. We got a group that's very talented, but very quality people. And that's really what's made up of some of our best teams over the years is quality people and quality player.
Players are excited to have Coach Ray back and leading by example.
Feels good. It's a very nice feeling to have somebody that pushes through adversity and a lot of things that he went through. It's nice to have somebody in that leadership role to push us to be better.
It's really good because Coach Ray is a leader. He's always pushing us through everything. He doesn't care about the rest. He's just like being a leader out there.
Coach Ray isn't the only experience returning to this team. With plenty of talent back on the court, the Fighting Bees are excited to see where this season takes them.
Well, I think experience is a great teacher, type deal. The one thing that's been has been excellent from the standpoint of our senior leadership blended in with our new players. And the teams over the years when we've been very, very good, and we've got a lot of very good teams, it's always been a combination of old players and new players. So, from that standpoint, we're on track now, I think, to have one of those years.
Now with all the pieces back together in 2024, this group is motivated to climb the conference standings. With SAU TV, I'm Jacob Moisa.
Thanks, Jacob. The Bees hope to continue their success at home tomorrow evening at 5 against Olivet Nazarene. That will do it for Inside SAU Athletics. I'm Emmett O'Brien.
And that's all we have for you on this edition of SAU Weekly. We'll be back next week with the latest news and sports from St. Ambrose University.
Remember to check out the SAU TV Facebook and Instagram pages for our newscasts, top stories, and more. You can also find them on the Hive at sauthebuzz.com. Thanks for watching.